Do you want to create a recurring revenue product for your business, but you don't know how to price it? In this video, I am going to share with you my experience of the do's and don'ts when it comes to pricing online creations. So there's a few things that I've seen over the years that I don't advise, so I'm going to go through those, and a few things that will help you in order to make that pricing work for you and your business. So, hi, I am Zoe. For those that haven't met me from Build It Brilliant, I have about 20 years worth of experience of designing all sorts of training, courses, e-learning, downloads, PDFs, all sorts of things. I was an e-learning consultant for multinational companies for a number of years. I then set up my own therapy business. I've been doing that for 10 years, creating my own kind of products and courses and things like that. And then since 2020, I've been helping other professionals to turn their knowledge into income by building a brilliant business, hence the reason it's called Build It Brilliant. So I've got a lot of knowledge and I want to share it with you to make this choice easy. So what I see is so many therapists, well-being coaches, health professionals helping professional people. They're very good at one-to-one services because that's what they generally do. So if you said, how much do you charge per hour? You've got a figure, you know that, and you're quite comfortable to tell people whatever it is. But when it comes to you're going to spend your time creating a product and then you're going to sell it multiple times, that's the bit when people say, not my area of expertise, I don't even know where to start. So here's a few things that I see people doing, which I advise absolutely don't do. Number one is pricing things based on your own money mindset. So the value that you see, you think, I wouldn't pay that for an online course, so therefore I would pay $9.99. So that's what I'm going to set it as. So based on your own money mindset, you make decisions on the prices of what you think people can afford or not afford, or what you think is value versus not. I I very much advise you against doing this because every single human being has a very different money mindset. So there are people out there that will look at that, and whatever price you put on it, there are people out there that it will match their money mindset and it's something that they would see the value in and pay for. It might not be your own, but there's definitely different markets where different people have different money mindsets. And it can keep you feeling really small, and it can also make you feel resentful of what you're creating, because a lot of times what happens is we over deliver in our online products, and then because we over deliver and then we have a really cheap price, it just doesn't work. It's not a success. So don't do that. The next thing I see people doing is looking out to everybody else of what they're doing and then doing exactly the same. So if they look out and they find someone else who's doing a course on, I don't know, anxiety, and they say, oh, it's $9.99, then they say, okay, well, my course is $9.99. Please don't do that. A few reasons that I don't advise that you do that is because what works for them might not be what works for you in terms of what you want out of your business and the way you want to build your business. And we're all kind of just making it up as we go along, and they don't have any clearer picture to success more than you do. It's not feeding from your ideas and your creativity and the business that you want to build. So don't look out to other people and just do what they do. They don't have as any more kind of golden bullet of success than you do. So don't do that. And the other thing I see people doing a lot is we are by nature very empathetic people who want to help people. So therefore we want to create something, and we say, usually I hear things like, oh, well, I want to create something for people who can't afford my one-to-one services. Immediately they go to the benefits rate and they say, okay, well, I'll charge my course at 20 quid. But what generally happens is they then create almost this fantastic online piece that's way over in terms of value, but they're charging it at 20 quid. And again, the balance of that is off, and it's not going to be successful. If you want to create something for people on benefits, that's great, but we need to design that in your blueprint for your business, so that you can then make sure that you don't over deliver and you don't feel resentful over the time that it's taken you. A little note on that. Creating these online pieces takes you longer than you think it will. There's more steps and more involved than you think. I could go into all of that. Maybe I'll do another video on that. But if you like that video, let me know in the comments and I'll do that. Um, so it's going to take you time and it's going to take you effort. So other people that I've seen kind of price by saying, okay, so to create this course, it's going to take me 3 weeks, which is this amount. So therefore I'll charge it at that price because that's how much it's taken me. Because that's what you know in terms of your one-to-one business. Please don't do that either, because that's not aligned with the value in for your customer for the course that you've created. And equally, you're probably going to spend way too much time designing it. And again, over delivering the content. So if you're not going to do those things, then how on earth do you price online creations? Now, this is why I wrote the Build It Brilliant Blueprint, is because that gives you the framework in which to decide your costing structure within your business. And it comes from a few different elements. We look at the foundations, which is step 1, which is about you and your business, what you want to build, what you want to get out of it, what feels good for you, what feels right for you, because it's your business and we get the freedom to build our businesses our way, and we all don't want the same outcome. So we've got to think about what your outcome is and work through that first. The second section is all around your customer. So it has to be valuable to your customer, and it has to be, I talk about levels of learning quite a lot with my members, about how do we build that experience for that customer so that they feel like the value that they're getting for the price that they're getting is a really good match, and the information that they're getting is the level of information that they want at that point of their journey. All of that takes a little bit of time to work through. So step 2. And the next bit is that kind of, you know, building that structure within your business so everything adds up and makes sense, so you're not overworking and creating way too many things for the amount of income that you want. So if you're interested in learning more about my blueprint, you can buy the Build It Brilliant Blueprint book. I will put a link to that in the description. You can buy it on Amazon. If you're outside of the EU, I highly advise that you buy it on Amazon because it will just come to you a lot quicker. If you are in the EU or in the UK, then I have an offer on my website where you can pay the postage and I'll give you the book. So, but that doesn't work out any cheaper if you're not in the EU or the UK. So I'll leave a link below to go buy the book from my website, or you can buy it from Amazon. It's completely up to you. And in the book, I go through that blueprint step by step, giving you a lot more detail about how you work out what that blueprint looks like for you and your business. And the idea of that is so that then every single thing that you create going forwards, you're going to not waste time, money, and effort designing, creating, and spending money on technology that you don't need. Simple, working smarter, not harder. I'm all for that. So if you're interested in learning about the blueprint, then go and buy the book. And if you're interested in having more help from me in terms of implementing that blueprint into your business, then I have my accelerator, which is my membership group, where I take people through it and we help people along that journey of implementing this into their business. Right from the strategy to pricing to marketing to technology to design, and we work through the whole thing together as a group. So if you're interested in that, then I'll put a link to that down below as well. So just to close off this video then, please, when you're pricing, it's okay that you don't know this stuff. You haven't had 20 years of experience of designing online pieces. So it's okay that your reference is your one-to-one work. But please don't base it on your own money mindset. Don't base it on what everyone else is doing, and don't base it on like a kind of catch all for people that can't afford your one-to-one services, because it really doesn't work and it really doesn't fit. Instead, have a look at the value of what you're giving, the customer journey that you're creating, and the business that you want to build, and then price from that point of view. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that really useful and helpful, and I will see you next week for the next video.